Okay, so Mike had a question about note reading. And Mike, do you want to say your question or shall I just say it and go through the answer?
Hi.
Hey there.
Hi. Yeah, my question was about note reading, and I've got the particular piece of music here that made me ask the question. When I see an F marked on, I'm trying to learn to read from the sheet music, and the tune that I'm talking about is Dargason, right? Dargason is the fifth note in Dargason is D2, and the first note is D2. On the sheet music, it's just in the F, and there's no sharp notation to tell me that it's F sharp. And when I see these things, I don't know whether that's F or F sharp, and I don't know how to read it as F or F sharp. And in the tab, it clearly says D2, which is F sharp. So I don't know how to make F sharp out of what I'm reading in the sheet music.
Okay, so very good question. And it's a very confusing thing about sheet music. And so I'm gonna share my screen so that and we're gonna actually look at some sheet music to help learn this question. And we're also gonna look at your tune, Dargison. I just pulled it up while you're talking. So so give me a second. All right, so I have a whole course on this, the note reading for fiddlers course, and we're going to look at a few lessons very briefly, reading notes on the D string. And so, as you pointed out, sometimes you'll see a sharp sign in front of the F, and then that tells you to play F sharp. But there's a way to make the music so that we don't have to write this, but we know that it's sharp. And that's called the key signature. So what it means is that instead of writing the sharp sign in front of this note here, we put it in this thing called the key signature, and that tells us that it will always be sharp throughout the piece unless we're told otherwise. Okay, so the confusing thing is this note, this D2, is on this space, and there's no sharp there. And why it's confused, but basically this sharp on the top line is also F sharp. And so that'll tell you to play F sharp whenever it happens. So if you see it here, or if you're playing something in like fifth position with F sharp really high, it would show you. So, but because there's a sharp in the key signature, we don't have to play it there. All right. So I think I have some examples down here. So let's see.
But there are two sharps on the Dargason.
Okay, yeah. So there's F on Dargason. So let's go look at that. Good
Yeah.
point. Dargason has two sharps. It has F sharp and C sharp. So
Right.
so that means that. So I'm just going to walk through every note for you guys.
Okay.
This is an F sharp and we know that it's not low two or F natural because we have this F sharp here. All right, and then just going through, we see we have the same F sharp, same F. So that's the beauty of the key signature. Instead of writing a sharp symbol here and here and here and here and all this, it makes the music cleaner because you just have this little thing here. And the same thing with the time signature. We don't have a time signature in front of every bar. It just makes it easier to read. That's the whole point of reading sheet music. You want to play the music more easily. Okay.
So in
Yeah.
that case, then that says F sharp, and you said so every F, and in this case, every F and every C is an F sharp or a C sharp unless told otherwise. So
Yes.
how are you told otherwise then?
Okay. So you would be told otherwise if say, okay, so let's look at bar 6. And
Yeah.
this is where we see the first C sharp, this note here. And let me know if this is, you can clearly see this from the screenshot, the screen video. And so, so this we know is C sharp because there's this indication here in the key signature. However, let's say you wanted it to be a C natural. So instead of, this is the way it actually sounds. Right? So, but let's say you wanted that to be C natural, which would sound like, you would put what's called an accidental marking. You would put a little natural sign, it's called there. So you'd have a sign which tells you otherwise, or sometimes you'll see a flat sign. So you'll see in front of D1, maybe in some music, a little flat symbol. And I don't have an example of that pulled up, but that will tell you that, yes, we have a change in the program here. All right. So does that answer your question?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good, good, good. And so I'm going to stop the share there. Now, this might have opened up a can of worms, but does anybody else have a related or any sheet music question while we're talking about it? Okay, well, cool. Thanks for your question, Mike.
Go to fiddlehead.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more. Thanks for watching the video graphic. Excellent! And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.